Alright, so I'm gonna move my little ink pad a little way to go on this side. So, first of all, I am gonna cut this piece of paper. See, if I use this one, I would not have enough to use that, so that is why I used another one. Oh, wait just a second. Wait just a second. I just used this one to cut these two strips off. Are they different? Well, it just is just a little, but it's. I don't think wait just a minute. Wait just. No, it's not a big deal because we do need another strip on this front side, so it does not matter which one you're going to use. No, it's no matter. I'm just going to use this one because I already put my mark on it. So let's just use this one. Alright, so glue it on, smooch the edges. I'm just gonna see if I just use a full page. I think it did. Or I cut it a little smaller. Yep, I did cut it a little smaller because otherwise it looks a little ridiculous. So I first gonna cut this piece of brown. I think it's also a 3/4 of an inch. Alright, so what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna cut this one first in the right position. There we go. Are the rosins pointing up? Yep, the rosins are pointing up. That's what I thought. Here we go. Alright, now I'm going back this piece. I'm gonna cut that 3/4 strip. This needs also a little cut off. Yep. Smooch the edges, and then I'm gonna adjust that piece of paper. You can imagine when after my son won his game, it was very, very nice to celebrate. It was nice weather, nice company. So we drank a few nice drinks. But actually, I drank way too much. That was a very, very long time ago that I did that. So on a certain time, the lamp went out in my head and I told everybody, well, it's time for me to go to bed, so nighty night, goodbye. And I went inside to go to bed, but absolutely I was very far away. I was. Because, and this is a little embarrassing to tell you, but yeah, it's just what happens. Okay, early in the morning at 7 o'clock I was awake, and right away I noticed a big headache and a big not feeling well, and also ew, I woke up in my own vomit, in my own, how you call that, in my own puke. Yep, I puked or vomited in my sleep. Oh my gosh, that is terrible. Yep. Wait just a sec. This is not completely straight. That is one thing with the art glitter glue. You need to be fast. So, oh my gosh, I got up and I was so sick, but I needed to take right away a shower. It was in my hair, it was on my face. Oh my gosh, it was everywhere. So nasty. And then in the shower, yeah, of course you are not feeling that well, but you need to clean yourself. Oh my, I'm so embarrassed to tell this, but I can. I know that everybody has this sometime in a lifetime, and oh my gosh, I felt so bad. I definitely need to go back in bed because I was feeling so bad. Alright guys, first of all, the inside is done guys, so let's go to the next page. Okay, the next page is, and I see a little difference here. I do see a little difference here. Alright, I see already that we glued on this one, and so this one we are gonna need, but somehow this is shorter than on this one. So I don't know what is wrong. Yep, I see it's a little bit different, but that's okay. That's not a big thing. It's the same size, but as you can see, it's a little bit different. I make this a little larger, so I could glue this one over this one. That's not needed especially. And as you can see, this is a little more to the left than this one, but that's okay. That's hey, it's handmade work, guys. So that's no big deal. So let's just get started with these papers. Alright, so I'm just gonna add this against this right here. And of course this needs to be straight. And if I glued this one not straight, then this will be not straight either. So let's check it out if I glued it straight. Like I always say, it's handmade. So it can be, oh, it's pretty straight. Oh wow, just a little tiny, oh, not that bad at all. Alright. Cool. Alright, so the rest of the day, guys, was terrible. I cleaned up very fast the area that I vomit, that I mess up, and I go back to bed with my wet hair and everything. I was so sick. I was not feeling well at all. I took a little medicine for my headache, but oh my gosh, I was feeling so bad. Oh, and I right away told to myself, girl, you are not gonna have any alcohol in the next few years. Oh yeah, but that can happen. Alright, so now with this one, it's not that bad that it's only in 1/2 inch. And like I said, you can overlap this one if you want. So what if, I think this is a bit too small, so I am gonna cut 1 inch off to make it half, well, or maybe just, wait just a second, let's cut this 3/4. I think a 3/4 is also a nice size. Alright, now let's see, where do I want it? Oh, it can be even a little shorter. Alright, I don't want this too short because this needs to be straight. So I think this would be a nice spot. What do you say? because otherwise it's way too short, isn't it? Well, it's actually not that bad at all. If it looks like this, it still looks good, isn't it? Yeah, it does. So I'm just gonna glue this down. So I cut this strip at 3/4, so as you can see, you can do many ways. I know I try to make it exactly the same, but as you can see, it's handwork. It was difficult to do exactly the same. Alright, yep, that's perfectly fine with me. Now I'm gonna go with this one, where I used this piece of paper. That's the back of the brown strip. And this is also not particularly the same one, because now I cut this piece off, as you can see, instead of this one. But that's okay, it does not have to be the same one. So now I'm just going to use this piece for here. So let's do that. Alright, take a note. And thank God my hubby was not ill yesterday, because he cared of everything yesterday. So I did not have to clean everything up, because my hubby already did. And he even gave me the best breakfast ever. He baked for me how you call that in English? Well, for the Dutch people, they know what I mean. Frikadellen. Oh, yeah. He baked me 2 frikadellen and a glass of Coca-Cola, and the rest of the afternoon salted chips. And I must say, after that I felt really quick a lot better, and the rest of the day we even got visitors and everything, so the rest of the day was absolutely fine. Nice weather, nice company, and my illness went as quickly as gone as it came. Thanks to my partner. Yes. Okay, cool. But I felt so stupid. I'm gonna, why? How could I drink that much to be in that position? Oh my gosh. Terrible. Oh, at the back of this one, I used the darker, this one, the back of this one. So I'm just gonna see right here how deep I need to go. Just a little inside, that's fine. There we go. A little shorter, I guess. Even a little shorter. Yep, I think it fits now. Alright. Doing the back. Glue it in. Well, I'm white-handed, so it's easier for me to just put this in this position to glue it in. Here we go. And then, when this is closed, it looks almost the same as my other page. Alright, next step. Next! Okay guys, let's continuing the next step. The next step is that I used this cream color for the top. So let's cut it in the right size. Smooth the edges. course can dark it a little bit if you want. Alright, let's glue it on. Alright, and then I am going to use this frame to decorate. And so the adventure begins. Maybe this page is the best one to start with this album. Maybe, who knows. Alright, so the rest, let me see. I used those pink waves on the inside and then this strip on the next one. Let me check that out. That's this one. Yep, fits perfect. Let's cut it in the right position. There we go. By the way, the weekend did not stop after that, because in the evening I felt so good after eating dinner that we went out for a little scooter trip with Chica, because we need to practice a little bit more how it goes on a scooter to take her with us, because next week, out of the blue, we are gonna have a little trip, and that little trip is just in Holland, but I have so much anxious to go finally. Finally, we can go to an hotel. Yay! Even it's in Holland, that is no problem. The pink waves. The pink waves. Now, if I cut it this way, then I don't have enough for this one. So I need to cut it in a long way also. Alright, so yeah, it is getting better. It is getting better each week, but it's still not perfect, of course. And I am going to tell you that in a minute. What experience that we had this week. Yeah. But on the scooter trip, so yes, we are going to have that trip to Middelburg. That's a very nice little place. Well, little, it's not that little. In Zeeland. Very nice, close to the sea and everything. So very nice. I have so much excitement going on to see how it is now with all the corona rules and everything. But the hotels are back open, the horeca, the restaurants, everything is back open again. So yeah, finally we can go. Yeah. Finally we can take Chica with us, because that is the plan, to take her everything that we are going to. But you need to start somewhere, and now she is 8 months, so it's a good start, because she is already very used to go everywhere with us. So, but in a hotel we just could not go sooner. So that is a good thing that we finally can go. So we took our scooter last night and we went on a little trip. Just a little one, just a little half hour or so. Because if we are going to Middelburg, then we are going to take our scooter with us for geo catching, of course. So I hope she will getting fine with that, and I bet she is. Alright, now before I'm gonna go to the next step, I definitely want to show you a picture. I definitely want to show you a picture on my, look at this. Oh wow, look at this. Look at that, can you see that? It's so cute. So I have a little basket and it's all the way around with this wind, where the wind can go in on this side, this side, this side, on the back and on the top. So it's all the way around windy. But here is a little compartment where I can get my things in, and here I will sit with my bag. And of course this is very good attached to the scooter, so it can't go anywhere, but the wind is not getting in her face or anything, because she only gets the wind from the sideway or the top, so not the big wind at the front. So that is so cool. Look at that face, she is so much enjoying it. Look at that adventure dog. So cool, she loves it. She loves to go everywhere with us. Okay, cool. So let's go to the next step, guys. We are gonna make an extra little pocket in here, like I did with this page. Just an extra little pocket inside here. So let's grab our base back again. Alright, so let's see. Let's just grab this one right here and make our first fold line. Fold it, then I'm going to stay in between these fold lines too. Stay in between, guys, don't make it too tight, otherwise it won't close that easily. I am gonna fold the bottom too, just, yeah, you know, normally I will not do that, but yeah, I'm just gonna try to do that in this album, because some of you ask me to, but that's just a personal touch. If you like to do that or you don't. Normally I do not do that, but I just want to see how it went in this album. Now let's see how deep this pocket is. I made it 2.5, so I'm gonna cut it 2.5. Turn this one, this in 2.5. Here we go. Now the bottom, the sideway flaps first and then the bottom, otherwise your little tags will getting in the way with the bottom strip. That is at least what somebody told me. And you are never ever too old to learn new stuff. So I do this method now quite on each pocket. So just glue it down at the bottom. Here we go. Burnish it down. Here we go. Now, what I used to cover up this pocket, yeah, I just loved this strip right here. So, so what I did is I'm just gonna cut in between those pink flowers. And then I'm gonna measure my pocket. And then I'm just gonna eyeball this little bouquet in the middle. That's how I do it. Always save your little bits. You can use it for other purpose. And those other purpose will come in a second to do that. I don't know if you already saw it, what I did, but we will come in a second to that. Alright, that's lovely. I love this. Alright, and then you can use this piece for the inside. Okay, every little piece I just put back in my basket for the use that we are going to do in just a sec. Now I do have my other papers, which I use for the black one, downstairs, so I can't check on the exactness of using the papers, but I think it's not that important to cut it exactly, precisely the same. It's pretty much the same because I use the same paper, so that's cool. Okay, so that is for the pocket. Now I can put these two nice note cards in here if you like. You can put everything in here, but I just put these inside. And now it's time to do this one at the bottom, and I used the back of these cards. That is this one. Now I need to see where I have that other piece, because I do not have as big piece as that. So I need to check it out, where I have it. I just cut those out and those frames, so I don't know exactly, but we'll see. And otherwise I'm just going to use another one, but on this one I used this piece right here, and that is the back of these cards. So no idea, but we'll check. Let me check first. I just want to see, where do I have? These are all the papers that are still full. And as you can see, I do not have a full one any longer of that one. So maybe I cut something wrong, I don't know exactly, but that is no big deal for this one. We can use everything that we want. But I need to check it out first with the papers that I have at the bottom, downstairs. Alright, so the next step will be, let's move back this one, is to decorate. See, because here I also use this one, so I have no clue what did I cut wrong. I have absolutely no clue whatsoever. Do I have it? Oh, wait just a second. I have it right here. Yay! I do have it right here. Yes, cool. So I can make this the same way as I made this one, because I also cut it in the long side. Alright, so that's what we're going to do with this one. I just have it right here, guys. Oh my. And even another one. Oh, I just hit it. Okay, so that is what we're going to do. We're going to use this strip with the leopards. It's this one. And then this little guy right here. And I think I use the other one. Oh yes, see, that can happen. I use the other one for this one. See? Alright, let's continuing with doing that first. So I'm just gonna flip this back and take this out. Well, where can we start? We are going to start with the strip. That is the first thing that we need to start with. Here we go, guys. Here we go. See, it's a little puzzle too for me to use exactly the same pages. But we can do it. And we can do it together. But again, you don't have to, of course. You can just go along, because now this is not completely the same size. Alright, which is the back. I don't think that I do have cut another one. Nope, I don't. Then I'm just going to use this one. And I'm just going to improvise. So I'm going to cut a little piece off so I'm a little bit higher. Sometimes the papers are a little bit too dark, and then I'm just going to flip it around so I can see it better. Alright, so now I have this little piece right here, but it's too short. It's not a big deal, but of course I like to solve that. And maybe it's a good idea if I do have a little strip extra. Well, I do have a little strip of this one. Can be done. And just actually I do like some flowers, but I don't know if I have some. Even this will fit perfectly for a little strip. Something that is not that good to see. I think I'm going to use this one just to cover that up. This little guy, and I don't need much, just a 1/4 is enough. Just a little piece to cover it up. There we go. Just a little piece to cover it up. Improvise. Here we go. Try to smudge the edges still if it's a small piece. Here we go. And then she was quiet, isn't she? I can be quiet. Yes, I can. I can be very quiet. Alright, smooth the edges of this one. So I still have my leopard on the bottom, but I noticed a little difference. I'm just gonna glue this on the middle. And there you go. Does not look that bad. Yes, okay, cool. Now for this one, I need to check it out if I cut it this way. This way, if that is the correct size for this one. And it isn't. This one I need just a little larger. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna cut them the larger piece first. That makes sense, of course. So this one I am gonna cut first. Smudge the edges. And glue it on. There we go. Nice spot for a nice photo. Yay! Alright. Now for this piece right here, now we need to cut this a little shorter. Now I even can make this nice straight. Oh, it fits already if I turn it. Well, let me just smooth the edges. Alright, this will not be helpful. Just a little. A little ink, but that can happen. Handmade work, guys, handmade work. So little accidents can happen. Alright, put this in the pocket. Moving a little up, and there you go. Ready. Cool. Alright, so this can go back in, just like that. And this is the closure for everything. Yes, what do you say? How does this look? Amazing. Okay, cool. And it's exactly looking the same as this one. As you know, this is my improvising that I forgot to use a magnet, because I did use a swing tab, but this is way too thick to use a swing tab, so I changed it in using a magnet. So the only difference with these two is this little strip looks bigger on this one. See, that is the only thing. I did not measure it correctly, but it's fine with me. Alright, so next step is alright, so now before I go to the last two things, and the last two things are the bottom of this one and this one. And I'm going to show you why we are going to wait just a little bit longer, is because I did use the leftover bucket with little strips, and with this one on the back I used triangles this time. So yeah, we are going to use the bucket, but first I like to decorate this one before I even start with the next, with those patchwork things. So just cut a piece of paper that is fitting in this big pocket. So I'm just gonna eyeball this a little smaller. Does not have to be perfect, but just cut it a little smaller. Make a nice big tag that fits inside. So I'm just gonna add this big one in here till it stops, and that is right here. And then I'm just gonna make a mark. And then we're just gonna use, let me check it out. Which size is it? I almost can make a square one, 7 1/4. And this is 7 3/4, almost. Oh well, let's make a 7 1/4, 7 1/4. Let's make a square one. Let's do that. I even go deeper. Oh my gosh. Maybe it was then even better to make a 7, 7.5, 7.5. Alright. Yeah, I think that's a better size. Okay, so I'm gonna cut my piece at 7.5 by 7.5 inch. That is 19 by 19 centimeters. I think this fits perfect. Yep. Let's do this. So I'm gonna decorate this same as this one, but what I did with this one is I used this piece of paper for the photo frame with this one. Is that making sense to you guys? I have no clue. I have no clue if that makes sense to you. Now I just want to use another corner punch because I left mine downstairs. So I'm just going to use this one instead. It was a long time that I used this one. Wow, love it. Alright, so I'm going to start with that strip. Let's see if I have it here. And otherwise, check. This one is not. Where it is. Do I not have that one? Why? Okay. Why do I not have that one? What's the back of that one? Guys, help me out. Help me out. What's the back? Oh yeah. That's this one. See, sometimes it helps. Alright, so I'm just gonna cut first this at 1 inch. Sometimes it helps when you are watching what's the back before flipping down every single piece. Alright, make this the same size. Cutting the corners. I think I like this size, this side better. Alright. Now I think I'm going to use white for photo frames on the pearl gray one, because I used the pearl gray. Hello. Oh, here it is. I used the pearl gray one for the photo frame spots for the black one. I would not use white because I used the pearl gray. I loved it a bit better on the black. But with this one, it may look better if I use, oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay, cutting this piece at the right spot. Here we go, and then the rest I am just gonna fill it up with white cardstock. And the back, I also make white photo frames, but then not a full size, but just this is still fitting. Nice. Alright, cutting this at the right size. Let's check it out. Here we go, glue it on. I was just checking if all edges having the same little edge. Today, by the way, is going to be a very hot day, so I am feeling a little bad for my hubby because he works on the street during hot days too. So I feel sorry for him that I am inside with the airco and he is outside. But I always am happy when he is coming home to see that he is happy in the airco again and not doing much after that because he needs to rest if you are all day outside in the sun. Here it is. I already moved it away. Now why do I cut the corners? Because it makes no sense, because I want to split this in 4, same as this one. Yeah, but let's do this the scrapqueen way. Oh wait, so this is ready. I'm just gonna split this in half first. Okay, so now you have 2 pieces right here. So we're just gonna fold this in half again. And then this fits perfect. Yeah. Do it one more time. See, no measurements needed. No measurements needed. Here we go. Okay, I'm quiet again. That's okay. That's okay. Here we go. Yeah. burnish it down, and then afterwards, when I'm gonna use my cut apart sheet, it would be nice if this is the cut apart sheet, if perhaps a nice leopard or a nice big flower is in the middle. But I don't know exactly which one that I'm gonna need everywhere. So I'm gonna skip that part for just now. And let's put this back in here. Yep, there it is. And this one in the black one. And now we're gonna do some pieces like this one we're gonna make. Cool. Alright, let's do that. So first I definitely need to know the size of this one. So what I'm gonna do, wait just a sec. I need to put this back in, otherwise I forget where it's gone. Alright, let's do this. Okay guys, let's do this. Now, which papers you're gonna use for the back, that's totally up to you. I use for the black one some brown paper, but I think I also can use some white for this one. But use tin paper, guys, just use tin paper. So I'm just gonna use just a simple print paper piece, because it's tin, so just use tin paper. Alright, so I'm just gonna cut my papers as they would be with design paper, with a little edge. So that is my base. Here we go, just checking it out. So this is my work spot right here. Okay, cool. Move this away for just a second. Now what we're gonna do is, I like to make square ones. Now if you don't have a punch, you can cut your, do I have my cutter up here? No, I do have my nice cutter downstairs. Alright, that's no big deal. If you don't have a cutter, a punch like this one, let's say I'm gonna punch this piece of paper. Now this one is, how large is this? This is 1/1/4, about 1/1/4 by 1/1/4. And if you cut a few times, and you can just use, of course, your cutter, because I did downstairs too, with an inch by an inch. So I'm just going to check it out. And I just remembered that I do have this punch. So just check it out, what size the best way would be. See, this is not completely fitting, but almost it fits perfectly, almost. So it would be a nice size. And I'm gonna do that same thing moving up, because I want to make this as good as it can get. Well, it fits also almost perfect. So I'm going to use this size, so that's a 1/1/4. If you don't have this punch, don't worry, because you just can use a cutter and just cut your papers as easy as it can get. 1/1/4. Flip it over. 1/1/4, and so on and so on. So that is exactly what I did downstairs a few days ago. See, you just can't do that. No need of a punch, but if you have a punch, then of course use it. Alright, so that is the thing. How many do we need? Well, let me check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 is 12. And then 1, 2, 3, and 6. 12 and 6 is 18. 18 pieces is what we need. Alright. And then when you all cut your squares, you are just going to cut these from corner to corner to have these triangles. So that is how I made them. So I need 18 pieces. Just grab your little basket and just see what everything fits in that size. Just search everything, even those little pieces. Perhaps it will fit, and otherwise you can use, and otherwise you just can use one piece. See? And another piece I do have. Yeah, so that is how I am going to use all the little pieces. But like I said, you just can use your cutter, of course, if you want. You don't have to buy a punch like this. You don't have to. Alright, that is one square. Yay! Have to do with all these, and then when I am ready, I'm coming back to you. Alright. Alright guys, let's get started. So I cut all the pieces, and I do have the dark ones on the left side and the lighter ones on the right side, but it's fine, I'm going to mix them. Then I added some double-sided tape all the way around, and of course this is a little wider, but I just used some bigger tape. Alright, so let's get started. How do we start? Well, I also like to use a little pin set so I can move a little easy here. I'm just gonna start in a corner, and we definitely need to start as close as we can get to the corner, and then just grab the other one and just place it against the other one. And the best way to do this is to be as precise possible. Just take your time with this, but yeah, go with the flow guys, just go with the flow. I'm just gonna search, and doesn't have to use a particular order, but I'm just gonna try to do as much as I can with dark and light, but as I told you, not particularly order is necessary. So I'm just gonna go with every little piece nicely against each other, having a dark one maybe this direction right now. Just go with the flow, see what you like to see, and like I said, it doesn't have to be a certain order or anything. Just go with the flow. Just go with the flow till you are at the end. And then when you are at the end, we are just gonna continuing on that spot. So now I am almost at the end. Actually like this piece right here. So I am gonna use one that points this direction. See, as you can see, it's not completely at the end, at the perfect end, but that's okay when it's overlapping a bit. That is perfectly fine. Alright, so now I am at the end. burnish it down a bit, and then we're going to continuing, and I think I'm going to do this direction first, or this, that's totally fine. But when I'm overlapping this edge just a little bit, I'm just going to continuing with this side. Alright, so let's do this on this side. Same thing. Just use a little of your imagination with dark and light in between. Alright? We can do this. Alright, so I end up at this part right here. Now I'm just going to turn this, and I'm continuing with this side. So yeah, it's not that difficult. Just go with the flow, see in what angle you like to start, and try to be as straight as possible. And then everything will be okay. Promise you. It will be. There we go. Here we go. Just here we go. I think a dark one will be good. As you can see right here, and that's a good sign that I overlap right here in this corner too, same as here. So that is perfect. So now I have pretty much being straight, and as you can see right here is a little edge overlapping, but that is perfectly fine. I should have better care of that, but we can fix that later. So don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfect, guys. It does not need to. Alright, so which one do we need to continue with? I am gonna try to be straight to continuing with the other ones. There we go. This to be too much out of. If I can fix that, then I need to do it right away. There we go. Don't too much. Don't worry, guys, we can fix it. And then I have two more, and then we are done. And don't worry if it's not completely, as you can see right here. I need to fix this just a little bit. Maybe it's better that I start with this one. fits not completely, but just wiggle a bit. Now, the last piece needs a little adjustment, but that's perfectly fine. Alright. We did the best we can, guys, so it doesn't have to be perfect. It does not, because we are going to cut it down just a little bit. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut a little piece off the edges so you have a nice straight line. And that totally depends on how long you glue it down. So I'm just going to cut a 1 millimeter off the edges on the outside. Just a little millimeter off. That's totally fine. There we go. So now you have all your edges nice and straight. And I'm going to grab back my page to see how much I'm off. Well, it's perfectly fine with me. I think I even can cut on this side just a little bit more. Alright, that's cool. Yep, a nice edge all the way around. Perfect. Now you can do that on the inside too if you like. I do like that, so you have a nice nice straight line. So what I'm going to do is going to grab my knife, and then again I am just going to cut that 1 millimeter off. So you have a nice clean cut all the way around. So that's why it doesn't have to be a certain color cardstock, because you're just going to cut the edges. So it is going to be perfect. Same thing with the tape. It doesn't matter that it overlaps a little bit, because you are going to cut it off. And that is also, it does not matter if you glue it not perfect, because you are going to cut it off. Yeah. Alright, and then your frame is done. Yeah, super cool. Now just smooth the edges. Take your time with this. Also do the insides, of course. Last. There we go. Yeah, and now you can perfectly decide what you want on the inside. Do you want to have another color cardstock on the inside? Maybe you like to only glue down one side so you can slide your picture underneath. That's totally up to you what you like. Maybe I like a white under. I think I do like it because I also used the white. I think I'm going to use this for the underground. So you can do anything with this. You even can make a nice frame with it, with making a nice a clear sheet under. That's also a possibility. Do I have somewhere having a clear sheet right here? Don't I? Nope, I don't. But you know what I mean. A clear sheet under here on a pocket. And then you have a nice big frame pocket. That's also nice to do. But I'm gonna stick with the same plan with the other one. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna add, yeah. Hello, yep, here it is. Just gonna add this white. And then I'm gonna apply this on my page. Here we go. Go. See how easy this can be gets with just using your little strips. Yeah, cool. So, what do you say? Nice, isn't it? Very cool. Love it. Alright, so I am going to do exactly the same with this piece right here. Again, I am just going to use a thin piece of paper. Cutting it, well, maybe I am just cutting it a little with no edges, because we still can cut the little edge off. Alright, so this is the workspace we're gonna need. You can flip this back. And what I did with this one is I'm just gonna make some strips. And then I'm just gonna place them down on the spot it's needed. So what I did was use this. Same size, and just I think I used a 3/4. So I'm gonna cut some pieces 3/4. Here we go. These you can cut them right away a bit shorter. What you don't have to glue down, you don't have to glue down. You can use your other little pieces. Okay guys, so these 4 strips I'm going to use. This I can put it away for just a minute. Just using tape or glue, that's totally what you prefer. I must say, I use glue, but tape is also very, very handy to use. Okay, put some tape on. Go. If you hear my dog barking, that's Chevy. I think he's barking like a postman. That's her arrival. Alright, so put some tape on. And now you can use all your little pieces, all your little strips and little tiny little pieces. Just grab your basket and just start. You can make it straight or you can make it diagonally, whatever you prefer using. I'm just gonna apply all the little bits and pieces that I have, and of course I am gonna cut this down in just a sec so I can reuse it again. But I also like to use first the little pieces that I have. Dark ones, light ones. Just go in your basket and just start. Just put it on. All the little pieces. I don't know if this is too small, but just, I don't think so, it's too small. Glue it on. Just use it. Use everything that you see in your little basket. Alright, now I'm almost at the end. I even can use these little ones. See? You can use it all, guys. Just use it all. Well, this one is too nice to use. Where is that other? I only have one piece. Well, let's use this one then. Alright, now I'm almost all at the end, and I'm just go, well, let's start with the large ones. Just cut along your cardstock. See how easy this is. Just use it all. And you always can recut this piece with your ruler, but that's pretty much. It's pretty already. And this continuing with doing all the strips. Use all your little pieces, as many as you like. The only tip that I can give you is use first a piece that is already having the same cutting piece. So if you use that first, then all your pieces are having the same angle. Alright, for the rest it does not matter which size you use, but it is nice to use the ones that already has that cutting angle. It would be nice. This one I need to cut first. Alright, so you get the idea of this one. You can use new ones, you can just reuse the ones you just used. Totally up to you guys. I like to have a little dark with light, continuing with all the other ones. It's such a nice way to use all your little pieces, all your little bits. Just go see what you have. think this one is a little too large. Yes, and now I am at the end, and yeah, you just can use whatever you like to use for the corners. You even can use maybe a piece that you already used for a corner, but if you don't, then just grab a piece, another little piece that you can use. Oh, let's use this one. And again, just cutting all your little pieces off and make all the strips ready. I don't know about you, but I do get such a relaxing mood with doing this. I just love to do this. So easy. Yeah, continuing with the last 2 strips and then I'll come back to you. Alright guys, so that is done. And now what I like to start first with is the longest one, volgens mij, I think, and then the short ones in between, I guess. Now just smudge the edges, and I did cut on the sideways that little edge off with my knife. But maybe it was not necessary, because maybe I already need to cut the outsides, but let's check that out. Let's glue it on. Sorry guys. Yeah, and then the inside nicely measured so it fits nicely. In between, maybe it was better even to do this, the small pieces first. Maybe it was better, but I still like this way. Alright. This one I am going to cut in 2 ways. Here we go, here we go. Yay! Alright. Now what we are going to do is we are going to check it out how much is needed to cut off. I think just a little edge all the way around. to get that nice clean. Yep, it does. Alright, so like I told you, I should not have to cut it before, but I did, so it's no trouble or anything, but only one side was good enough. There we go. And now I can switch the outside on one more time. Yeah, sometimes I do have double work, but I love to do better double work than forgetting something after I already glue it down. So let's check it out. Yes, see, perfect. Glue it on. Now I used a white underground paper, so I can just let it be this way, or I just glue down a white piece extra, but I don't think it's necessary. And here we go. Here you do have your patchwork frame. See? Cool. Alright guys, now for the final last thing is I added some quotes on here. So I used one gold one here and I used one right here. Makes it just a little extra, and yeah, just two and one here. So that's 1, 2, 3. That is what I used. And of course I still need to decorate these booklets. I'm gonna wait for that. But for the rest, it's done. It's done, 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 done. Hey, hello. Oh, yeah. Why is the magnet? The magnet is off. Why is the magnet off? I don't know why the magnet is off. Yep. Here we go. Alright, so you can, yeah, and I'm gonna send you a few of these. I promise I will not forget to send you a few of these. I do have a bit more. So, and I even do not know which quotes will be in your kit, but I do the best I can to give you nice ones. So yeah, I'm just gonna cut it out like a little cloudy thing. You also can cut these just straight. I'm just gonna think what fits nicely, and that I'm gonna use. Use my arc glitter glue, because arc glitter glue is going to be clear at the end. Here we are. Alright, that is nice. Now for this one, I like to use a black one. I think this one is nice. And if you don't like to use this, of course you just can skip this. Maybe you have nice stamps in your own possession and just use what you like. Maybe you have a stamp place photo here, then just use it, guys. Just use what you like to use. these are nice other things to use. All right. Here we go. I totally forgot using these on the first page we made, but you always can go back, of course, using these. Oh, 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 oh. That's why I smooch the glue a little out with my fingers, so the glue is as less possible. Alright, what do you say? The page is done. Oh my gosh, it's done, done. Yes, it is. So if I put everything back, it's done with the only 2 tags, of course, that we still need to do. But what do you say? What do you say? A little walkthrough here, right guys? Alright, so we have a big pocket, lots of place to add your photos on. Then open this up to the left and write lots of places of photos. Then we have a pocket where we have 2 photo mats in. And then at the bottom piece you also can write something down. I'll put a nice photo on. Then we have a little pocket with 2 note cards in it. And you close this back. And then you open this up for a nice big picture right here, or a little quote here, and put a photo here or 2 photos. That's totally up to you. And then this opens up with 2 pockets where I still need to add something in, and a nice big covered page right here where you can write something down and put a nice picture on. So what do you say? This is exactly the same as the black one. Now which one do you like better? Which one? I still can't tell. I do love them both. This is very, very romantic and light, but yeah, they both had something. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Give me a big thumbs up if you like this tutorial page. And I will see you with the next one. Bye.